Alright guys, so we're doing a bit of a different video today. We've done a comparison video in the past, but today we are actually shooting with the ZV-1F. Yeah, ZV-1F, I got it here. And we're doing a comparison because this is kind of the market that this camera is going after, right? It is going up against people that use their cell phones for vlogging, right, and doing video and things like that, and maybe want a bit of an upgrade. So I've got this set up here. You're seeing the ZV-1 right now. This is ZV-1F, and top camera. I got them both mounted together. This is the iPhone 14 Pro. iPhone 14 Pro. Yeah. So I think I got them looking like they're pretty close. Of course, the iPhone is sitting a bit higher, but you guys should be able to get an idea now how this works. I would say that the ZV-1 definitely does shoot a little bit wider for sure, because I believe it's a 20mm equivalent, whereas the iPhone, this one up here, the iPhone right here, I think it's about a 25mm equivalent, somewhere in that range. So both of them are nice and wide, but we'll see if the bigger sensor of the ZV-1 gives us a bit nicer image. We'll see the stabilization. I've got the active stabilization on the ZV-1F, sorry, ZV-1F. That's you, ZV-1F. And I'm going to take it around today and use it as if we're vlogging. All right, stay tuned. Okay, so as a bit of a heads up here, just so you guys are aware, I am shooting with the iPhone up here with the front-facing camera, and we wanted to put it up against the front-facing camera because that's the camera that the majority of people that use the iPhone are going to be using when they're vlogging, because they need to be able to see themselves. So iPhone again up at the top, ZV-1 down here at the bottom. I kind of got them framed somewhat similar. We're gonna go outside. We're gonna be traveling soon, so if you want to see more videos on the ZV-1 in regards to vlogging, we're gonna be traveling to Costa Rica in the well, for us in the next couple days. We'll probably be there when you guys are watching this, and we're gonna shoot all of our vlog stuff with the ZV-1F, so you guys should get a good idea. But right now, hopefully you guys can possibly see this. Maybe we'll see how it does with highlights, I guess. It's nasty outside. We got a dump of snow, and I have to go to the city because get my hair cut. Oh yeah, haircut day before we go on vacation. Kind of important, I think. All right, guys. So it's time. It's time for me to go. So I got my big old chunk of keys here, and it is raining out. So we're gonna unlock the car from here. It is really raining out. I didn't know it was raining that much. Okay, well, it's supposed to be like plus 10 today. It snowed all last night because it was cold, but now we are warming up because plus 10. So that snow is turned into rain. All right, let's run to the car. Run sort of, not like run, but run enough to hopefully not get the camera soaked. That's a little bit of a plus for the iPhone in that, you know, it's got some water resilience, waterproofing to it. Where, oh, that didn't work. Come on, open up. All right, here we go. All right. Whereas the Sony, I would think it doesn't. Now it's probably fine, like this little run, but oh, we're in the car. So both are actually doing, I think, pretty good. Pretty good. Now I do have the Sony set to shutter priority so that I could keep the shutter at 1/50th. And I just ordered, which should be here for my trip. It may even be here today. I did order a little variable ND filter for it, so hopefully that comes before we go. All right, I'm gonna go get my haircut, and I'll talk to you guys when that's done. I don't think we need a ton of footage. I really think you guys just need to get an idea of the difference in the quality and if it's an upgrade. All right, I'll be right back. Haircut time and beard trim. I'm getting a beard trim as well. Exciting. Okay, so big box in the back. Yep, had to crack it open because I was like, I don't even know what that is. I ordered new handlebars for my motorcycle. That's what that is. Yep, 10-inch handlebars. So they should get my hands up a bit higher, which I'm super excited for. And you guys can see what it's like outside right here. Yeah, not so great out. So I am going to pay attention to driving because, well, last thing I need to do is go in the ditch or drive into a car or whatever. All right, guys. I'll see you when I'm done my hair appointment. Okay, I gotta drive to Halifax. Okay, so iPhone now. We got the iPhone, and you know there's definitely some bonuses to having an iPhone as your camera. Even if it's not your primary camera, you know, just having it can be your primary camera for sure, but even if not, it's just, and the biggest one of course is that it's just with you all the time, right? And because it's with you all the time, you can capture everything. You know, there's so many times that I'm like, oh, I wish I had one of my other cameras with me, but I have this, so it's good. And it takes good photos, it takes decent video, but the one thing that I do find for someone that's maybe getting into, you know, more of a hobby photography or hobby videography or things like that, is that something like an iPhone, because it's so automated and it's so, you know, it uses so much of its own internal, you know, computational power, that you as a shooter have a tendency to just not really learn anything. Like, you learn about composition and that, which is really good, but you know, you lose a little bit, I think, of that, you know, creative input. And again, because of the fact that with the iPhone, and this is probably most smartphones, they have such a small sensor, you know, really when you start to get in and look at the image that the iPhone puts out, especially with video, and you really crop into it, or the light starts to go down, etc., that's really when you start to see it suffer a bit. I definitely see it in things like the skin and all that. It really starts to smooth it out, and it starts to get a little bit more of a flat look to it, where it used to have some detail. So it's good, don't get me wrong, it's a good camera, it's a great camera, but for most things, I do think having an actual dedicated camera is a better way if you want to move forward. So we're gonna talk about the ZV-1F now. I'll bring up that camera. All right, so let's talk the ZV-1F, which is what you're seeing right now. I have been playing with this camera for probably about, you know, two-ish, 3 weeks, somewhere in that range. I have been pretty impressed with this little thing. It puts out really good footage. It's 8-bit. It's nice 4K. It's got some great features to it. The color is actually really good. Menu system on this is really good. The eye tracking, surprisingly good. Like, it locks on like really well. I don't know how well it'll do at night, but we'll do some testing for sure. And you just get, whoa, big thing of garbage all on the ground. I gotta be watching that. And you just, one of the things that I like about it is it is a camera, which means I'm all about learning and being able to, you know, progress. So I think that this is a great first step from, you know, from your cell phone. Doesn't matter if you have an iPhone or you have an Android phone or whatever it is. Getting into a camera like this, especially a camera with a fixed lens, there's a few things that the fixed lens kind of forces you to do, right? And it forces you to move around to capture your shot. It forces you to just be a little bit more creative in that aspect. And then lastly, it forces you to learn how actual settings are, how they work, what settings you need to make to get that creative shot that you actually want, which is, in my thoughts, my mind, an important aspect of photography and videography. So, you know, as much as I do a lot of times use iPhone footage or cell phone footage in my videos, I would always kind of turn to an actual camera just because of that creative control. So I'm gonna keep watching the road. because it's not going to be straight forever, and we'll see you when we're done in Halifax. All right, my friends, so we're in the parkade, of the mall. I just got my haircut on my iPhone. Can you see me? Hard to tell. It looks a little dark on the iPhone. It's on the ZV-1F. I think we're still doing okay. I think ISO's cranked up a little bit, but it's trying to expose better. We're going to just shoot a little bit more when we get home, just as a comparison, and then I'm gonna go look at the footage, and we'll see what we think between these two cameras. All right. The rain stopped. The rain, that's nice. Okay, so the one thing to kind of be aware of too when you're watching this video, listening to this video, whatever you're doing to this video, number one is that the Sony camera normally has a little wind muff, and because of the way I have this mounted, that wind muff isn't there. It's because I have the cold shoe being used to hold the iPhone. So just kind of be aware of that. Remember how we had snow this morning? Remember that? Not much snow now. All the snow's gone. It's now +8. It's lovely outside. It's so nice. So nice outside. This is my backyard. You guys can see it. And in this kind of light, just so you know, even without an ND filter, it's kind of overcast, of course, a little dreary out. I'm shooting at 1/50th at f2. ISO is 160, at least on the Sony. So that's pretty decent. All right, so I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna go take a look at some of this footage because I gotta go around. Okay, take a look at this footage, and you guys, of course, have seen the footage. We're gonna talk about it. At least I'm gonna talk about it, and then I'll let you guys leave comments below to let me know what you thought of the two of these, and if you think the little ZV-1F is a nice little upgrade in comparison to the iPhone. It's an iPhone. ZV-1F. It's an iPhone. All right, I'm going inside. All right, my friends. So I have had a chance now to take a look at the footage, and I'm actually looking at it right now. I honestly, I'm surprised at how much better I find the ZV-1F footage to be over the iPhone. I always thought the iPhone was a really good camera for photo and video, and I think it's, primarily a lot of the times I'll use, on the iPhone, I'll use these cameras, of course, and I don't personally use the front facing, the one that faces you, all that much because of the fact that I can sometimes shoot like this, but normally I am shooting with some kind of vlog style camera. Now, the ZV-1 did fantastic, I think, in every scenario. And we didn't shoot anything in really, really bright days because, of course, on a really, really bright day, every camera actually just is better. So shooting in an overcast day, and then we went out and shot, of course, when there was just in a parkade where it was really dark. I was actually, again, really surprised at the front-facing camera how much of an issue it had. And even sitting in this room here where we started the video, looking back at the iPhone 14's footage, it was surprisingly grainy. Now you guys are seeing this footage after YouTube gets its hands on it, I guess, and it does its compression, and usually during YouTube's compression, it also kind of gets rid of some of the graininess. But trust me, the ZV-1F completely dominated it. Now, the other bonus, really, of the ZV-1F, I think, over the iPhone, and even in that last bit of footage where I was in the backyard, because the ZV-1F could shoot at f2.0 at 1/50th, you actually got a fair bit of depth of field. Like, it was fairly shallow, which kind of gave you that nice lock on, blur out the background a little bit, and you get that nice higher end camera feel. Now, yes, the iPhone does have the cinematic mode, but I never use it because it's cool. It's neat that a phone can do that, but it's a computerized gimmick, and it is never gonna look quite natural. Well, it may down the road, but at this point in time, it doesn't look like. You can tell when cinematic mode has been turned on. So you just get a much nicer, in my opinion, a much nicer shot out of it. So for me, seeing all this footage, it's not even a question. It's not even a question. The ZV-1F completely dominates this guy right here. This footage that you're seeing right now, right? It's, again, this is shot on the ZV-1F. We're shooting this on that camera because pretty good. It's nighttime here, and I got one little light off to the side here. That's it. That's the only thing that's kind of lighting me up, and it looks not too bad. It does a good job. Way better than the iPhone would do. All right, my friends, I'm going to leave you there. If you have any questions, we are going to be doing some more videos on the ZV-1F. If you have any thoughts about what you'd like to see in those videos, let me know in the comments below. And that's it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the little notification bell, and I will see you guys next video. Later.